Hi and welcome to this video on Roblox, but technically this video is on why you should never judge a game by its cover. First, Roblox is not a game, it is an experience that has a lot of games in it. Each thing that you're seeing here is a different experience, a different game that you can play at your own leisure and whatever you really like. There's fashion games, there's zombie games, there is roguelike, there's all sorts of different things depending on who made it, because it's all about who makes what. And with that said, this game has, or this experience has a lot of very good games. Like today, I'm going to be showing you two zombies which have varying degree of what they can do. Like for an example, Zombie Hyperloot is basically a looter shooter where you're able to get a lot of things, go in, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, but it scratches the itch of like Destiny 2, where there's typically like missions you can do. It scratches the itch of like Warframe, but instead of full in-depth build crafting with your subclass, your kit, and everything like that, there is slight build crafting with your drone, which can really change a whole lot. Like that is your damage, your HP, which can change a whole lot, and you can add on things such as extra damage on top of that, and the ability to reload faster, and all sorts of things. This game, though, is a very good example of how taking inspiration from other games is a really good thing. Because, for an example, that's a Destiny 2 perk. That also a Destiny 2 perk, to an extent. That one is literally just copy and paste, which isn't a bad thing. It actually lets the game have more to do. If you can just copy and paste and not have like a uncanny feeling, it's very good. That's not uncanny, that's actually really good. That is also a Destiny 2 perk. The picture is, but it itself isn't, because that perk, technically, the picture, is just on kill and it gives you that bonus. That is Perpetual Motion from Destiny 2. That is Rapid Hit, which in this is just Rapid Strike. That is also another Destiny thing, and that is also another Destiny thing. That is literally just Rampage. And bringing that up, not as a bad thing, as a downside to this game, but as a interesting fact of how games can really be made. If you see something good in another game and you want to bring to yours, do it, but in a good way. Because if it was just copy and paste, where it's like literally a weapon can roll with that, that wouldn't be that cool. But because it has the ability to adapt, the ability to change, where you can customize it per character, or not per character, per UAV, which is very handy. And with that, UAV, the symbol, is literally just a ghost, and you can have a ghost if you want to. It always is the same thing. What their entire purpose is to fly out, grab loot that drops from different enemies, and bring it back to you. Which makes the reader have to run over everything, you can just shoot and keep going, which is very handy. And with that, the other side of build crafting is the weapons, because each weapon really matters a whole lot. Like, the rate of fire of this SMG, like, okay, how about this? Each gun has so much unique capability with it. Like, for an example, this AR. This AR is really good, but it sucks for ADS, which is its downside. I don't know if that's intentional, but it is a very interesting downside. This game also has a lot of customization. Like, you can go third person, first person, which can come in real handy, and you have the ability to toggle your fire mode, which can also come in real handy. Like when you're trying to burst down a big bitch, when you're trying to conserve ammo and just shoot little things, tap fire, which is incredibly handy, and every single weapon except for snipers can do that, because snipers are always bolt action. There's also a whole lot of different things you can grab. Different items, that is for the Christmas event that I should actually get some stuff for. And also different things that can be used to upgrade your character, can be sold for money, and all sorts of things to allow you to have a lot more playability and a lot more things you can do. This game I am not going to fully delve deep into because I don't want to do a level, but the levels are pretty simple. It ranges from go to the checkpoint, kill the things, go to the next checkpoint, kill the things, and just survive going through the mission. A horde mode, which is actually pretty fun, and a boss fight. This is also the first update for this game, which is incredibly cool for what they could actually bring to the table in the future. Because this has a lot of potential, which is why I'm trying to bring that up. Because games always have potential, it's just seeing it and trying to figure out what they could do next. And the developers should really have some fun with it. Because there is some crazy things that could be done in games. Like, my personal favorite example, at least nowadays, is Marvel Rivals. Doctor Strange's portal was actually a game-breaking thing to begin with, to the point that they thought that they couldn't make the portal in the game because it used to always break it, completely destroying it from the ground up. But they figured out a way to make it better and smoother for implementation, to the point that it is now, where you can just have a little bit of a lag spike depending on what you're playing on. Personally, I don't experience a lag spike, but a lot of people apparently do. This game also, the reason why I said it scratches that itch like Destiny 2, because there is main quests that I've done all of them. The last one is a doozy. And there is the daily, weekly, month, which allows you to have a lot of cool upgrades, currencies, all sorts. There's also a lot of different classes that range from the basic, which is what you start off with, just typical gunner, sword guy, which I personally don't like, the medic, which is amazing if you play your cards right, you're just immortal, ninja, which his or her, technically, depending on your character and who you are, has the ability to toss the shuriken. The shuriken is their lethal. Think of it like that. But that shuriken has a hidden effect. If you hit somebody or kill somebody with the shuriken, or that, you refresh your shuriken. So you can always have it going if you can get that kill, which is a big if because it's a projectile and all sorts of different things, but if you're good with it, you're pretty damn good with it. There's this guy and this guy. Or girl, technically, is which. But the number one downside to this game, which is why I don't want to show this off because the other game is just better for like the boot up and go, the downside is the fact that there is no bullet penetration. You cannot shoot through multiple enemies. You can only shoot the first one in front of you, which will get you hit a lot, which will make you take a lot of damage, and you won't even necessarily be able to kill the boss you want to kill behind a lot of things because you can only shoot one enemy in front of you, which sucks. But not every game can be completely perfect. They have Buckshot. That one's pretty cool. Where did my continue stuff go? What the hell, Roblox? Alright. Can I... That is not what I meant to... Yeah. Is there an easy way to just reset this? You know what? Real quickly. Just boot up a random game, and then leave it. Also, this is my character here. The square arms and stuff you saw because that game can only have the basic character, which isn't a bad thing. But games like this, it requires the default character that chat selected. Because my old set was this outfit with the very square head. Just because I like the idea of being a blockhead. Now, this game has a lot of potential, and I don't know how long it's been active, but this game, up at the top left, you'll see my Z tokens. Z tokens can be spent. I really like that character, but Z tokens can be spent on different outfits. I hope that is not copyrighted. Different skins, all sorts, and I am trying my best to get these, because I really want one of the purples, because if you don't know, my favorite color is purple, which is why I really like purple. As in purple armor, why my YouTube channel is called Purple Armor. Now, this game should, not saying it, okay, should because of the legal ramifications of what they are doing, but I hope it doesn't get a copyright strike because of the amount of Black Ops, like, this is literally Mob of the Dead. There is no deviation. There is some deviation, like where things spawn, stuff like that. That is literally just Kino, town, but they do have a lot of distinct things. Like that is unique, but it's really fun. There's also a lot of challenge maps, like that one is really unique for a challenge map. That one is literally interesting, to say the least, and a couple other things here and there. The map I'm going to show off is this one, because it's really, it feels like a good zombie, or you know what? Actually better, because I do want to show off how this game is really entertaining. This one is just a tester map, which is why it's called Test Space. It shows off all the different things, like it has Pack a Punch, it has the, not Wonder, yeah, I think it's Wonder Fizz, where you can see all the perks. Also has the ability to give you the, I forget what it's called, the vendor, which allows you to buy any weapon you want for ludicrous amount of points, but it is guaranteed, no RNG needed, you get the weapon you want, which ranges from decent weapons all the way up to new one weapons for this game, and old returners like the Thunder Gun. And in this game, some Call of Duty, even name brand Call of Duty, has Thunder Gun being what I like to call a fart gun, where you can't get kills, it's literally just knocking them away, and that's about it. This Thunder Gun is OG Black Ops 2 kaboom, motherfucker, and it is gorgeous, which is part of the reason why I want to show off this game, because holy shit, the guns in this game are beautiful. Every single gun that I play with this far, even the starting pistol, feels amazing to use. It even has a slide mechanic, it feels like a Call of Duty. It just doesn't really look like one. Also, top right, when you're in a map, you can actually see how many zombies are left, and when it's the final zombie, you can see them. So even solo play, you can easily avoid them, which is really handy. Also, because of how this game, or this game works with the loadout system, instead of triangle, it is the, not enough, and not, it is the top bumpers, or R1, L1, which is very interesting because it allows perks like Mule Kick to actually be useful for me. Because personally, I don't like Mule Kick. Mule Kick always threw off my muscle memory because I only had two weapons, press, and it goes where I want to. With the third weapon, I have to spam it on a specific thing. But with this way to swap through weapons, you can guarantee whatever weapon you want. Easily guarantee it whenever you want it. And with that, there is a lot of interesting perks here. I'm actually going to scroll through them so you can pause if you want to and read them, because all of these are very handy. My personal favorite out of the new ones, relatively speaking, is Dexterous. Also, you can sprint backwards, which is incredibly handy. Here's the vendor. Not every single weapon has, or not every single map has the vendor, but it is a very handy thing to be able to use, because there is some crazy weapons like the minigun. And all the way down here, wonder weapons. I have no clue what that really does, but it is a very interesting wonder weapon, because it is the only one in that rarity. With all that shown, I'm just going to speedrun until I can't actually record anymore, because PlayStation can only record up to 60 minutes. If I have a recording that I want to edit in the editing booth, I can't actually edit it if it's over 60. So I'm just going to try my best to speedrun this, and I'm going to shut up so I can play as best I can. My favorite thing about this is the overall feeling, like I talked about before, but even the sound effects. Like, okay, when it comes to game design, everything matters. From the movement, how it feels, how slippery the friction is, how much you can move. If it's just walking around, like for Doom, for an example, or the OG Doom, where it's typically just walking. Sure, you can sprint, but you really only have to walk everywhere. To the feeling of the weapons, to the feeling of the world, to all sorts of different things. Now, this game does not have good feeling of world and continuity of that, but everything else is amazing. Sound design, how things work. Like, for an example, the zombies. The zombies are so fun to fight and move around. Whenever I play Black Ops, I have a gameplay style that I like to call ballerina, because I don't have any other thing to call it. I see the pathways that I can run through the zombie horde and avoid them, which comes in real handy when I'm trying to train and do my own thing. Because how I like playing is having a good high damage, oh shit weapon, and a good point weapon. And I primarily use the point weapon, which comes real handy because I can just shoot down an entire horde, keep going, going, and going. In this game, the zombies feel so fun to dance around, so fun to maneuver because it's not a guaranteed hit. Sometimes they can miss you if you're doing stuff right, and they can't just one shot you accidentally. It's really fun. And like I said earlier, it is an amazing game because it has bullet penetration. Like you just saw there. This game also does have a metric fuck ton customization, which I do want to show off. Because everything does matter to an extent, but you can customize basically everything you want, which is genuinely really entertaining to see from a Roblox game, to say the least. Like, this almost feels like its own standalone game. Not even a Roblox game, its own game entirely, because of how this works. And you can customize that, which is amazing. Personally, that should be like Black Ops 6, I want to say has it. I know there's some Call of Duties where you can tap it to slide or hold it to dive or something like that. We can customize it like that instead of having one or the other. I think that should be how it is to begin with. Oh, Dino was just gonna pause. That was some bullshit. Well, at least now y'all know that was just some pause. That was some bullshit. Damn, Dexter's expensive. Uh, prices are a lot more in this machine, which actually balances it out. Like, stamina is 3, and it's 2 here. Which actually is a pretty cool way to balance that out. And like you see there, sometimes you get an extra slot, which is incredibly handy. And it is a X amount of rounds that you have to complete to be able to get it. I forget exactly what the rounds are, but it does take a little bit sometimes. That was some serious lag. That was some bullshit. Aw, why is it lagging? Also, when you buy ammo, it gives you as much as you need to get full reserves and mag, which is incredibly handy. Same with how max ammo works. They do have the flamethrower. Ooh. Okay. The flamethrower has infinite ammo. It also can stick to the ground to have a damage field on the ground, which does a fuck ton of damage. But it has a severe drop off at a certain point where you can barely get kills. It is just not in the vendor on this map, which is interesting. Which is why I thought they didn't have it. I would really like to get that flamethrower because it is so fun. So the other grenades were just flying off the map. Okay. Okay, that's cool. What? I forgot about that. Because not every gun can actually do the double pack. Most guns I use can't. Okay, that's really handy. I'm gonna roll this one more time. Okay, I actually really do not want that works. I do not want Thunderwall because I want to be able to guarantee I don't kill everything. So, okay. That chime that you just heard is a weapon leveling up, just so you know. You can see the weapons level down below the ammo itself. And really wanting something to just stun them, not kill them. Find them. because I really want to show y'all how works. Because I really want to show you how the vendor system works. I'm actually going to just quit that and do this.
Not a slaughterhouse.
Because there's a lot of things you can buy, like different badges, or can you even buy badges? No. Alright. You can buy tokens for Robux, you can do all sorts of different things.
Well, how do you know that 90% of gamblers quit before they hit big? I wonder what element 115 is like.
Well, with all that said, shown and done, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll catch y'all next one.